This podcast is brought to you by the Prospect Research Institute, an online learning community. Have you ever worried whether you were doing your job right? At the Institute, we turn researchers into fundraising intelligence assets, leading your development officers to the biggest and best donor prospects, and bringing your organization major gift success.
I really love the path that I've taken because every step leads me to learn more and new things about this area in this field. You find out there's not just one avenue of prospect development or prospect research, it's multiple different avenues. And so one thing that has helped is APRA to teach me that. Heard of the phrase, it takes a village to raise a child? I look at APRA as that village. It has become that village to help raise me into this career.
Welcome to Prospect Research Chat Bites, a podcast by and for prospect research professionals. I'm Jennifer Filla. Today, I'm talking with Aisha Maddox, Director of Research and Relationship Management at Rollins College. Hello, Aisha. Thank you for joining me today on Chat Bites.
Oh, hello, Jen. Thank you for having me. It's awesome to be here.
And it's about time, right? We've known each other for years. I'm so glad that we have this opportunity.
Oh, yeah, it's a great one. And to just talk to you, Jen, is just awesome.
Thank you. Well, we have been serving together on the APRA Florida chapter. And even though we've known each other for so many years, I feel like I don't really know about your career. I'm curious, how did you get started in prospect research?
For me, I got started. It was not, let me look for a prospect research position or anything. I fell into it. I was basically looking for a job still in higher education. I've been in various different avenues in higher education. I've been in student affairs, working in housing residence life, university recreation area, and also worked in facilities. So for me at the time, I was just looking for another job within higher ed. And so I applied to a prospect research specialist position at Georgia State University. Didn't know nothing about this position. It was an entry level type of position. I'm like, I saw something where it says, look up news articles and look up information. I was like, hey, it's a job. So what I found out that I was able to apply my genuine curiosity to this job. And I got the job because I used my genuine curiosity, asking the right questions during the interview and making observations like, oh, how long has this position been around? How long have prospect research been around? How has prospect research been effective in fundraising? Asking those questions because I genuinely did not know regarding how its influence was in the fundraising atmosphere. So it was helpful that I was asking those questions because I asked the right questions. And so that just opened up that door that I kind of was able to find my niche. And I found not just a job, I found a career. And I found a career using my genuine curiosity itself. I tell everyone I'm curious. My mom says I'm nosy, but I say I'm curious, potato, potato, One thing, though, that helped is that my parents raised me always to be a person to, if I had a question, if I wanted to know information, that to go look it up. So they would point to the dictionary or the encyclopedia and say, you want to know? Go look it up. So because I've already had that knowledge to do that, this fits into the role that I'm in today, that I am using that curiosity now and been doing it since 2007, that I'm using this role now, not just to use my genuine curiosity to find answers that I'm curious about, but I'm helping my organization to find funding for causes and needs that they need. So helping out others in that way. So that's how I end up in prospect research.
And here we are. What are you doing now?
So now I am doing more than just prospect research. I'm doing pretty much a lot of different avenues in prospect development. I am the Director of Research and Relationship Management at Rollins College, which is a private liberal arts college. And so in those roles, I do prospect research on top of looking at prospect research for top donors, prospecting for a potential high level net worth, 1 million plus donors for the institution. I oversee the prospect management as far as assignments and reassignments assignments of prospects to our development officers to help solicit funding for key donors and individuals that are not yet donors. I recommend assignments for unassigned prospects. I conduct prospect strategy meetings. So doing those one-on-one meetings with our development officers and teams to think about ways to better engage our donors to the next level and get them to their ultimate giving level, I always say. I also do a lot of campaign counter reporting the materials and do some analytics on where are we as far as readiness for a campaign, or not just even readiness, but where are we as far as meeting our campaign goals, and produce a lot of that material for our leadership to kind of review and go over. I analyze also the best regions for our development officers based off of who gives in those areas, where our strengths are as far as those that have the potentials. So give recommendations for assignments based off those regions for our alumni and also for our prospects. And I also assist in the CRM decisions and CRM conversions, doing some data mapping to make sure we know where the new information is going to be held, moving from an old CRM solution to a new CRM solution. So I wear a lot of hats and do a lot of things in this small little space, but that's pretty much normal dealing with the small shop that we do have.
Yes, and it's fun. I
It
like to
is.
do lots of new and different things all the time. Serving on the APRA Florida chapter board with you has been such a great experience because you're fun, but
Oh, thank you.
also organized and diligent, and you're full of great ideas. I'm curious, what role has APRA played across your career? How did you get to APRA Florida?
Oh, wow. Well, thank you for saying that I'm organized, because sometimes I feel that I'm functioning just off of, just baptism by fire, just jump in and run through it. But as far as how I ended up in APRA, Florida, it started with a great mentor. And I say that because how I became in prospect research was from my immediate first supervisor, Nidra Newton Rosario, and she pretty much was a part of APRA Georgia. And so she was also involved in APRA International. So she was like, this is what you need to do. You need to be a part of APRA. You need to learn a little bit more, and it helps you to build that network. And so I, of course, became involved with APRA Georgia through those lenses. And then once I moved to Florida, of course, I'm in Florida. I need to be a part of the Florida community as well. So I became involved in APRA Florida as a member, going to webinars, looking up events, trying to be involved in any kind of way that I can. And then, of course, the question was like, would you be a board member? And I was like, yeah, I guess I can. And so I joined the board. And again, I'm that kind of person that I like to jump in. I like to be helpful. And I love knowledge and I love learning new things. So it was helpful to be a part of helping others to learn knowledge and grow from that knowledge. So I became a part of APRA Florida that way.
Wonderful. And now you've been in the field, you mentioned since 2007. And as you look back over the various positions you've held, what do you think about your career path and what advice do you have for others? And I'm also curious, actually, how APRA has factored into that career path.
Well, let's see. If I think about, first off, oh my gosh, you just said 2007, and then I'm looking at it. It's hard to believe it's almost going to be 2 decades into this. I'm like, wow, where did the time go? But looking back at it, like I said, I did not foresee this being a career, but then again, it became a career because it's something that I found truly passionate about and truly love. I'm using something that I'm innate to do and be curious, and using it to help others. I really love the path that I've taken because every step leads me to learn more and new things about this area in this field. You find out there's not just one avenue of prospect development or prospect research, it's multiple different avenues. And so one thing that has helped is APRA to teach me that. Heard of the phrase it takes a village to raise a child? I look at APRA as that village. It has become that village to help raise me into this career and to help guide me. It gave me the structures that I need and the guides and rules to kind of follow, but it also gave me that support system when I needed someone to lean on, some areas to explore, what's next. It helped me move through the next chapter and every chapter. It gave me not just friends, it gave me a whole new avenue to look at. And so APRA has always helped me to challenge myself to be better, to do more, and become more because I am more. It also showed me that they will support me as I grow. Without APRA, I don't think I would have been as successful in my career as I am now.
So I thought you might spill the beans, but it's so exciting that you are going to chair the APRA PD conference. Tell me about that. That's like a big step in a career.
It is, and it's a nervous step. Oh my goodness. So currently I'm the co-chair of APRA PD for 2025. And part of my journey is like I said, I want to give back, and I always want to be a part of that knowledge and that growth for others. So someone approached me about possibly being the PD chair for 2026. So I said, no, I can't do it. But then I thought about it. I was like, you know what? This is a great opportunity for me to also help others. Like my village helped me. I'm now part of that village. I need to help others and to learn and grow from this and also move along more in APRA and be more heavily involved in APRA. So I jumped on that bandwagon. I'm enjoying the ride now. I'm enjoying learning. I've got to know what's coming up for the speakers for 2025 that I can't share. Not yet. But I got to see and meet a lot of people on our committee and to bounce ideas off of. And it just helps me again to learn more about my craft and also pick and choose who could help expand and help others learn about their craft going into the next year. So
What
I'm
a
excited. I really am.
It's big. It's big. And it sounds like APRA has given you a lot of opportunity to build the soft skills that can lead to career success as well.
It definitely has. I'm becoming more of a better presenter. I'm one of those people that I do well in certain settings. One-on-ones, I'm great at. Hey, if you ask me to talk about myself, I can do that all day. But when you got to actually present a topic on a specialty area and say you're doing great things, it sometimes come overwhelmingly. But what APRA has helped me to do is accomplish that and get over that because then once I can present this, it's easier when you're presenting to leadership in your organization on best steps and next steps, or you're presenting to another client of what could be better for them. So it helps you expand, like you said, on those soft skills.
How about leadership? I mean, you were a fantastic president of
Oh,
APRA
thank you.
Florida. That takes confidence. You ran the meetings, you made sure everything kept moving. Like, did you see that as career growth? Did that impact like how you could lead strategy meetings at work, or what kind of effect has it had on you?
You know what? I never really thought about it because I kind of just, again, it was a need that someone asked, would I step in? And I was like, sure, no problem. But I do think the leadership role has helped me to be effective and kind of think things through because one, you got to think about your timing. You got to get a little bit organized when you're a director at your organization as well as you're a president of this organization. So you got to try to make sure you get all your ducks in a row, if you will. And so helped me to plan my projects a little more efficiently, to kind of think about those things. So it's been helpful in those ways. Yes, I do think it's helped me a lot.
It has. Yeah. It's exciting to watch you over the years really grow, not just in your position level or whatever, but confidence and leadership ability. Not everybody can do it, but it's been great to see you step in. So what kind of tips or advice do you have for others who are looking to figure out their career path or ways in which they might gain support if they don't have a mentor, for example, things like that?
The best advice I can give to others is to stay curious. And what I mean by that is there's always more to learn, there's always more to do. There's more in this field, more areas in this field. It's not everything just cut and dry. So there's always a change in this field. There's always new technology, there's always new structures, there's always new guidelines. So there's always a skill you can build upon or tools and resources out there. There's always different avenues, as I mentioned, in this field. So it's not just prospect research, it's not just research and relationship management, it's not just data analytics. It's so many different avenues within it. And now we hear more and more about due diligence. So it's always things you can learn and do and grow. And these are skills that you can take even if you choose not to stay in prospect development, but you can take into do in other fields and other areas. So stay curious, build up those things, and don't be afraid to explore the differences. Almost importantly, always find your village that can help support you. If you do not have a mentor, reach out to me, reach out to anyone in APRA and help build your support and your guide through your career journey. So you don't have to have a mentor, but you do need a village. The important thing is to have that village and find that village.
Wonderful. Thank you so much for sharing today.
Oh, thank you for having me. This was awesome.
That was Aisha Maddox, Director of Research and Relationship Management at Rollins College. When Aisha said, "You don't have to have a mentor, but you need a village," that really resonated with me. APRA as an international association is an obvious place, and it offers many different spaces to find your village: conferences, chapters, volunteering. But you can find your village in many places online too. There are groups and forums everywhere. At the Prospect Research Institute, we have a research asset membership that delivers hands-on workshops as well as monthly group coaching calls. When you find the village that fits you, it can be truly transformative for your career, but also for your personal development. Wishing you many great connections.